Welcome to our school readiness workshop. Please feel free to pause, rewind and come back to the presentation as needed. Links and resources can be found underneath this workshop. School readiness. Preparing your little one for school will have a positive impact on how well they settle in and interact with other children. School readiness is not a single, fixed concept. It encompasses a range of skills and attributes that enable children to engage meaningfully with the learning environment. These include emotional regulation, social interaction, physical coordination, communication skills and cognitive development. If a child does not exhibit all these signs, it does not mean they are not ready for school. It may simply mean they require some support to build confidence and skills in certain areas. Each child's developmental timeline is unique and readiness is not a race. Parents and guardians should not stress to achieve these suggestions. Emotional readiness. Key factors of a child being emotionally ready for school include them having self-regulation, confidence, independence. Each key factor is closely linked and promotes a child's social-emotional development, alongside giving a child the opportunity to be curious and have the desire to learn. Self-regulation. Self-regulation involves a child being able to recognize their emotions, feelings and learn to manage their behaviors. Basic emotions that a child can understand are happy, sad, angry, scared, worried. Social skills are essential for interacting with other children and adults. Communication skills. Children need to express their needs, desires, and emotions effectively. This involves both verbal communication and understanding non-verbal cues. Cooperation and sharing, the ability to play and work well with others, sharing materials, taking turns and following group rules. Empathy, understanding and considering others' feeling, which helps in developing friendships. I can play with others. I can share toys and take turns. I can interact with other children. I can be sensitive to others' feelings. I can recognize my and others' emotions. Help promote social and communication skills at home, talking to them about emotions, happy, sad, angry. Using pictures and showing faces to help them recognize the emotion. Talk about feelings. Use everyday situations to ask questions like, how do you think they're feeling? Or, what would you do to help? Use literature and stories. Books are a great way to explore different perspectives. Ways to practice listening and waiting. Get a ball roll back and forth. This helps to share space and time. Encourage children to wait for toys. Count to 20 until it is their turn. Once at 20, then return the toy. This creates patience and allows them to learn to wait until it is their turn. Turn taking, board games, snakes and ladders. Simon says, simple card games like Snap, Connect 4. Let children help stir the bowl when baking or pick a story or toy. Physical development and growing independence. Children usually follow a general pattern of development, but they are all unique and can develop at different rates. Development is a continuous process which is influenced by many factors. When your child starts school, they may be slightly younger or older than the other children in their class. You might find that they are at a slightly different stage of their development to their peers. Helping your child become independent will help them feel more confident when they start school. New skills take time to learn, so practicing at home can make the transition to school easier. Here are some ways you can support your child in developing their physical development and independence ready for school. Getting dressed with minimal or no help, especially after using the toilet. Walking up and down steps independently and practicing walking to school, the route to school together so it is familiar. Using the toilet and washing their hands independently. Be able to use cutlery and drink from an open top cup. Be able to catch a large ball most of the time when playing catch. Climb, run, jump and play when using play equipment at the park or similar. Memory. Children should be able to recognize their name, have a try at writing some letters in it and to be able to sing a few familiar nursery rhymes. You can support your child's cognitive development by teaching common nursery rhymes and action songs. Encouraging naming of animals, people and objects while out with your child. Flashcards, organizing toys by color, matching card games and recollecting the day's events are great for developing memory. You can teach your child to recognize familiar letters, colors and numbers, such as letters in their name. While out and about, you could try activities like finding red objects along the way. Children should be able to sit down, sit still, focus and concentrate for short periods of time. Children should be able to follow simple instructions. Here are some ways you can support with developing attention and focus. Limit screen time. WHO recommends no screen time for under 2 and no more than 1 hour a day for 2 to 5-year-olds, as well as limiting your own screen time when with children. Screens are a part of modern life but can distract us for many hours and overstimulate our brains. If your child is watching TV, watch with them and talk about it. Read stories. Read your child a short story and ask simple questions about the characters. Independent play. This helps creativity, imagination, problem solving and focus. Good routines. A consistent bedtime, 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. is a good time for school-age children, and regular meal times. Exercise. WHO recommends 3 hours of physical activity a day for under 5s. Physical exercise can help children think more clearly, increase their attention span and help problem solving. Maintain a calm environment. Reduce clutter and background noise for activities. Play simple games, for example, board games, puzzles, coloring, social games, teaching them to wait their turn and follow simple instructions. For school readiness, children need to develop problem solving, logic and reasoning and spatial awareness skills. Here are some ideas to develop problem solving, logic and spatial awareness. Play games such as jigsaws, shape sorters, puzzles, etc. Teach your child to understand cause and effect. For example, if I drop this toy it falls, the rain makes the ground wet. Encourage your child to assemble blocks such as building blocks or Lego. Ask your child to make simple choices, e.g., do you want the red or blue cup? Teach your child to understand concepts like up, down, big, small, near, far. Do a treasure hunt. Hide a toy and give clues using position words such as under the chair. Make an obstacle course, have them crawl under, jump over and go around objects. Basic numeracy. Children should be able to count and recognize the numbers 1 to 10. Ways you can help to develop numeracy at home are: encourage counting, such as counting peas on a plate. Counting when going up and down stairs. Counting toys, such as building blocks, cars, etc. Teach different shapes and encourage sorting of objects by size, shape or color. Do games like I can find 2 circles, 4 squares, etc. Cook together, measure ingredients and count spoons. Introduce numbers through playful activities, such as counting apps like CBeebies Little Learners. Sing songs such as 10 in a bed. Basic literacy. Children should be able to hold a pencil or pen and recognize most letters. Here are things you can do to support your child's literacy at home in preparation for starting school. Visit the library, explore the books and attend library sessions such as story and rhyme time. Encourage scribbling, provide crayons, chalks, pencils and pens, and teach your child to sit at a table and hold a pen. Introduce the alphabet, reading alphabet books, singing alphabet songs, alphabet flashcards, play letter matching games. These help children recognize letters in their own name. Word games, i.e. asking what words start with a specific letter, choose a letter of the day and find objects that start with that letter. Reading, use physical books rather than tablets. Teach children to use books correctly. No swiping or tapping like a tablet. Encourage attempts to write their own name. Communication skills. Communication skills can be supported at home by using conceptual words such as pull, push, up, down, long, short. Encouraging them to set the table for tea or clear the table after tea. Involve them with the meal preparation with verbal instructions. Talk about feelings and emotions by recognizing how your child is feeling or presenting. For example, you are looking a bit frustrated. I can see you are very upset, or I can see that you are very excited. Allow them to experiment through play, baking and crafting. Chat about your day or what is happening tomorrow. Acknowledge what they are doing or playing with. Oh, you have got your blue bus. Model the correct language and pronunciation and show you are actively listening to them. Allow them to make choices. Sing to them. Healthy routines promote confidence, independence and adaptability. That starts at home, by learning and practicing skills needed for school. At the start of school, teaching staff will always be on hand to help children. but children feel a real sense of achievement when they can accomplish things by themselves. Basic skills that parents can encourage their child to learn at home include limiting screen time, learning to adapt to changes in routines or plans, which may happen at school, empowering your child to ask a familiar adult for help, helping them recognize their name visually, identifying their own belongings such as their school bag and coat, brushing their teeth supervised with fluoride toothpaste twice a day, being able to separate from parent or carer independently or with support, going to bed or waking up around the same time. We hope you have found this webinar useful. For useful resources, please see the links below this webinar. If you require further support or advice regarding your child's school readiness, we are still available via our single point of contact line and Health Chat, our messaging service. Thank you for being part of this webinar. We hope it has been useful. We would really appreciate it if you could take the time to scan the QR code to leave us some feedback on the session. This helps us to continually improve our services, and we are grateful for your input.